Hey, so what's up? This is Captain Gimpy. Welcome to Gimpy Bytes, the only place on the internet where disability and gaming meet in one fine point on the space-time continuum. As I said, I'm Captain Gimpy, and this is
Zen Burrow, yeah.
and this is our early morning edition, as is evidenced by my crazy hair.
Yeah.
All part of me learning not to care what.
We're celebrating the release of Rogue One with our Star Wars shirts.
Yeah, by accident.
Yeah.
Somewhat. Because I totally didn't do this on purpose. But today, we've been doing a series on VR and accessibility, and today we're going to talk about vision impairment. So when we talk about vision impairment, we're talking about what we'd consider anything that renders your vision not within normal range. So that could include a number of conditions that would constitute legal blindness, total blindness, or what's colloquially known as shark vision, which is caused by either glaucoma at certain stages or retinitis pigmentosa, which a friend of mine has, which means that he has like zero peripheral vision. Eventually he will also be blind, but that's neurodegenerative. So yeah.
Yeah, and this is also interesting because I have he and I both have vision issues.
My eyes are just crazy. See, like one is looking off over here, the other one's looking at the camera.
And I have an astigmatism in my left eye.
Yeah.
It's probably two now. But anyway, there's some interesting things being done with VR and visual impairments. One thing that Ian Hamilton brought up in this article that we have been just taking apart now.
Yeah, bringing you information from more like it.
Yeah. One idea was with, let's say, the main menu of a video game. It's like, it seems far away to you and the words are a little blurry. One thing that designers can do is like enlarge it for you or bring it closer.
Yeah, so instead of traditional enlargement, the way that, say, standard UI currently works, where you change the DPI to make the font clearer or scale it to make it larger, it's literally like bringing the UI elements closer to the camera, which happens to be your face. Yeah. So that's the difference between like a standard enlargement and what we're talking about in VR, is that they would allow you to position how near or far the UI elements appear to you dependent on your vision. So you're basically bringing stuff closer to your face like this.
Yeah, and I won't have to squint my eyes like this.
Yeah.
Like I'm doing now.
I don't squint. I think I have like a mild astigmatism because my vision is slightly out of focus at all distances. Although I do see slightly better when shit's in front of my face. I mean, things are in front of my face. Yeah.
Yeah. Perhaps one of the most interesting things that was brought up was there are actually VR games that were meant for people with total blindness, that can be played by people with total blindness, and already now there are video games.
Blind
hold on. Hold on, I need to do this first. Like GTA 5 introduced a first-person perspective, which makes it easier for gamers with total blindness play the game, because the audio cues like gunshots and people and all that are relative to your position.
So earlier, when he was telling me about this, he said they were more accurate, and then in my head I was like, oh, what he means is the audio cues are relative to your character's position in the first person as opposed to like off in the distance in the third person camera.
Yeah, because it does make a difference if you pay attention to sound design.
By the way, like if some of you guys out there are skeptical that it's possible to make a very visual medium accessible to blind gamers, YouTube blind guy plays Mortal Kombat, Or the same guy also plays the new Killer Instinct
Yeah.
in tournaments. So watch him play. Watch him. His back is to the TV, and he is whooping on people. So don't tell me that blind people can't play video games. I don't really understand it, but it doesn't mean that it's not possible. I don't know how I would do that, but I see with my eyes that it's possible to play a game while you're blind. So don't discount these efforts.
Yes, they're real daredevils out there.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. I was like, oh, whoa, he's really good.
Which brings us to this VR game that I had looked up, Blind
Shing.
Swordsman, which you're a blind swordsman, and you have to use your ears to figure out where your opponent is and how to dodge his attacks.
Like or block or strike.
Yeah, it's all based on audio.
And I hope at some point there's a good enough haptic feedback device to offer some tactile feedback for this experience too, like maybe shaking when you're blocking with a sword or something like that, because that'd be pretty awesome. Yeah. It's actually an experience I've been wanting to have as someone who can see. Like I've been wanting to have that Blind Fury experience.
Yeah, and I wonder if they could use that for like sensitivity training.
Dude, yeah, of course they can.
Yeah. See, VR doesn't just have to be for our entertainment. It can be for like helping society and helping us organize and come up with better ideas how to assist disabled individuals, which has been the point of this show.
By the way, share the video. I'm telling you before we're done, share the video with people. Share all our videos with people. Make them watch, because this is the only way we get a conversation started about how to make what is clearly a part of our culture that isn't going away, electronic entertainment. We're not just talking traditional video games.
No.
We have to broaden the term to electronic entertainment, because there are so many different ways in which immersive entertainment experiences are being carried out now that calling it a video game is no longer a suitable nomenclature, in my opinion.
Yeah.
There's one thing that you didn't really understand, which was stereo blindness.
Yes, that was the last thing. And
so so there's this thing, apparently I didn't know it was called this or whatever, but it makes sense. Words. Stereo blindness. So it's defined as the inability to see in a 3D imagery or something like that. So what it does not mean is that, like, when it comes to 3D images, you don't see them at all. What it does mean is that most people, when they go see a 3D movie, they think it's amazing. I personally think it's a waste of time, and here's why. Because literally the only difference for me between having the glasses on and off, is that when I have them off, the screen is super blurry and technicolored and out of phase. And then when I put them on, the movie is clear. Also, what that means is that when other people are like, whoa, it's coming toward my face, I don't see that shit. You know what it looks like to me? A normal movie. I don't see any of the, like, stuff flying at you any more than I would in a standard digital print. So for me, paying $20 per ticket to see that is a complete and utter waste. That's what stereo blindness is, by the way.
Yeah, thank you.
So what it means is that you don't have your brain cannot be tricked into seeing depth where there is no depth.
Yeah, and you can already see how that would impact one's experience in something like virtual reality.
But that doesn't mean that I can't tell in life when objects are near or far away. It just means that you can't trick me using the standard stereoscopic rendering mechanism, which some VR experiences do use. Not all of them do. Some of them just use standard 3D models and track the X, Y, and Z planes and position them like that. Some do use stereoscopic rendering. Where it's most common is in the cell phone market. So, with 360 movies,
Yeah.
that's a waste of money for me because I can't see them like that. They just look like normal ass pictures to me. So it's yeah.
Yeah.
So that's what that is. Anything else?
Um, you know, I think that's it
Hmm.
for this one.
Yeah. So next time I'll come back to you with hair that doesn't look like I just woke up. By the way, thank you for watching this early morning edition of Gimpy Bytes. By the time you watch this, it'll probably be like 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So for you, it won't be early, but for us, it is. So.
Yeah, so we hope you learned a lot of things, as always.
And we'll see you next time. Catch you on the flip side.
Yep.